Hey, it's Luke Miller here from potentialchange.com. Big massive thank you for coming along to watch this video. In this video I wanted to talk about manifestation and the emotional states that produce manifestation, because I feel like manifestation is a widely misunderstood thing. Firstly, I'll start with what people know, I say what people know, not necessarily everyone's going to know it, but I'm sure a lot of people have heard of the law of attraction and these kind of ways to manifest, and that is when you kind of will something into existence. There's a few things that can go wrong with that, but I'll just explain what I mean by that. Like, if you imagine yourself in a specific circumstance, or because your thoughts have vibration, your thoughts produce things, they do create reality. Like, if you look at a building, for example, like a big skyscraper, that was willed into reality by someone's thoughts. They thought, oh, I want it to look like this, wrote on a bit of paper, designed it and willed that original thought into a reality. And the same can happen for things, stuff like, if you want something in your life, like, you can really will it into manifestation. It is a thing, and it is possible. And some of the problems with the specific really enforcing and making something happen is karma. Like, if you don't deserve something, or something's going to create a ripple effect that's not necessarily going to be of the highest resonance and going to be creating more happiness and peace for other people, and it's going to create a disbalance where you're taking more from the planet than you should or than you need, then yeah, that's going to create some kind of disbalance. So it can really kind of mess you up karmically if you will something into existence which you shouldn't really be willing into existence. So the second way you can manifest is which is not good manifestation, because you're not actually intentionally manifesting, but almost having manifestation forced upon you is through fear. So what you fear, you attract. What you kind of are scared, like, if you're like, I'm really scared, I don't want to attract this kind of person into my life, you often find that you end up repeating that cycle. Like, people get into a bad relationship and then they break up and they're like, I'm never going to do that again, and it's a real kind of fear-based thing around that specific thing, and boom, there you go, they end up in that situation again, not through choice, so to speak, but because what they're fearing so much becomes a part of their thought process. And like, when your thought process keeps repeating, then like the world has no choice but to show up and deliver what you've been thinking about over and over again. So that's kind of the second way, and the not so nice way, I would say, of manifesting. And it's not going to bring you what you want, it's just going to bring you what you're scared of. The final way to manifest, and the way that I believe to be the best, if best is the right word, but the most natural, the most the real way, is just through love. When you love, you let me define love, because there's love like, oh, I love you, I want to cuddle you and kiss you, and like all that kind of stuff. But love, like, which we kind of maybe think of love, but I like to think of love as the sum of all emotions. All emotions summed up and experienced simultaneously, a bit like the white light, is all the colours combined. I think like love is like a combination of all emotions, all combined, all the love, the hate, the everything, and combined into one little mixture and accepted and understood, and that just feels to be like the pure acceptance and resonance of love. But when you work from that space, you work from the heart, you often find that the most magical, mystical experiences pop up, and it's not like manifestation through will, like where it's like, I need this, I want this. It's just kind of like, ideas come, and you can feel they're coming from your soul, and then the world conspires to make them things a reality. You know, it's just like you'll meet someone and just be like, wow, how did I meet this person when I'm who's working on the same thing that I want to be working on, with the most obscure idea ever, you know, and then just through different situations it seems to unfold, and a lot of the time it's through doing good. You know, like I find like you meet someone and you help them for whatever reason, then you get talking, and then, you know, it's just like a reciprocal thing between people that seems to manifest in these end up manifesting these most magical and mysterious of experiences, you know. So yeah, that's the way I see manifestation. You can will things, and sometimes it's good to will things, you know, like I like to think of us as creators. You know, we are creators, we create our reality, we can do that, and sometimes it's good to will things in, like an idea or whatever, into motion, but at the same time sometimes it's good to just submit and allow things to flow, and when you submit and allow things to flow, the most beautiful, magical things happen in the world. And yeah, just stay away from that fear, man. Don't be led by fear. We feel like, you know, life is too short to be led by fear, man. We have a beautiful place. We have beautiful experiences. There's so much we can achieve. There's so much we can do, you know. And to be led by fear is just, you know, it's crippling, man. It's crippling on the mind, body, and soul, man. And just, yeah, you don't have to tolerate that. So yeah, much love and peace to y'all. It's really, really good to be able to be shooting these videos. I'm so glad and grateful for all the love, you know, and everything as a result. I will speak to you very, very soon. Check me out on potentialchange.com, truththeory.com, and subscribe to my YouTube, please. Yeah, much love and peace to you. I'll speak to you soon.